Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, Dr. Yukon Suckit. Hello. So, I'd like to start off by asking you, if you end up liking this video, if you please hit the big thumbs up button. And if you could be so kind as to subscribe to the channel, it would really help me out a lot. I have a certain goal I'm trying to achieve, 1,000 subscribers within a year. And if we could do that, that'd be super. So invite your friends, invite your family, subscribe. So today, let's take a look at a deck called, I called it IC for Izzet Control, because it really is. Izzet Control, Hullbreaker. Now, let's see, we had to put the IC on there because Hullbreaker was by far the most important word that needed to put in there. We need to know what the point of it is. There's just one Hullbreaker in here, but everything else is kind of boring in comparison to the Hullbreaker. So let's take a look at what an Izzet Control deck looks like, and then we'll give it a play. By the way, where did I pick this up at? I got this over at MTGMeta I. It's a deck that scored, I guess, number 10 in some sort of thing by Gerardo Saiz, or maybe it's Gerardo. I'm not quite sure. Anyways, I thought, wow, okay, looks like a pretty cool deck. Let's take a look. So we got low end, we got Fading Hope. So for one, you can bounce a creature back to its owner's hand. If it's a cheap nothing, then you get to scry for one as well, which is good. Spikefield Hazard, that gives you a land, and if you don't need that land, you could use it to shoot something for one, and it's any target. We got Syncopate, which is a counter spell, and it counters a spell unless they pay X, and if the spell is countered, then they exile it instead of putting it into the graveyard. So suck it. Disdainful Stroke. We got counter target spell with a mana value of 4 or greater. We got Jwari Disruption, which is blue lands that in a pinch can be used for counter spells. Negate, which counters target non-creature spells. Abrade does 3 points of damage to target creature and destroys target artifacts. So nice. Rips dudes' faces off, apparently. We got Dragonfire, which lets you know there's a dragon in this deck, but it does 3 points of damage, and if you show a dragon or you have a dragon out, you can make it do as much as the dragon's power is capable of. And it deals damage to creatures or planeswalkers. Expressive Iteration will let you draw the top 3 cards of your library. One is your hand, one into the bottom of the library, and exile one of them, and you can play the exiled one this turn. Usually you're looking for it to be a land, so don't play a land before you play this card. Here's another land that can also be something else, in which case it deals X damage that you divide amongst up to 2 target creatures and or planeswalkers. If you happen to put 6 into that X category there, then it does a lot more damage potentially. I've never actually seen that happen for myself, so don't count on it. We got Sod Coming, which is a foretold counterspell. You know, it's just 3. It's not bad at all. If you foretell it, it's only 2. And one of them has to be blue, that's colorless. That's a great cost for countering. Now, if you know Dr. Yukon Suck It at all, you know I don't like counter spells. But, you know, this is another deck. We're going to try it out. We'll see how it's going to work. We got Prismari Command. So for 3, you get to pick any 2 of these things, which is 2 damage to any target. Target player draws 2 and discards 2. And target player creates a treasure token, or you destroy target artifact. So apparently we hate artifacts, because between Prismari Command and Abrade, we got it out for artifacts. Suck it, artifacts. Behold the Multiverse. So this allows you to scry 2 and then draw 2, and you can foretell it to make it a lot cheaper. Funny thing about foretell cards is that, you know, you put them out and people are kind of scared because they're probably like a Doomscar or, you know, something horrible. But in reality, our foretells aren't all that bad. We got Memory Deluge, which you get to take a look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast the spell. So it's going to be 4 to start off with, and then 7 during the flashback. And so wherever you draw, you put the rest onto the bottom order, but you keep 2 out of whatever you got going on there. So it's a good way of getting 2 cards, and you get a larger choice if you flashback it. We got Burn Down the House. That is a sweeper. That's a sweeper for you. 5 points of damage to each creature and planeswalker. Or you can do 3 1/1 devils with haste, and when they die, they deal 1 damage to any target. They're like the opposite of a pest that way. So these guys are great. I like the devils. I use them a lot myself, especially if you can't sweep, there's nothing on the board, you're going up against control, you just put out the devils, and then they usually do like 3 points of damage, then they kill them and they do another 3 more. So that's like 6 points of damage to the opponent at that point. Go after a planeswalker. There's lots of utility in this card. We got Goldspan Dragon. So he costs 5, and he's got haste and flying, and he's a 4/4. And when whenever he attacks or he's targeted by a spell, then you create a treasure token, and while he's out, any treasure token is worth 2 mana rather than 1. Lastly, we got the one and only Hullbreaker Horror. You can flash him out at any particular point. He's a 7/8. He costs 7, though. Hopefully your Goldspan will help get the mana up there so you can cast him. And then as you start playing little dudes like this, you'll be able to use his abilities, which is that you can either counter a spell as it's being played, but it returns it back to their hand, or you could return target non-land permanents to its owner's hand, so you could bounce things. And it means potentially even saving the Hullbreaker Horror by playing a spell, bouncing it back to your hand, and being able to play it again on the next turn. See, over in the land section, we got 2-man lands. These guys take, you have to have this plus 6 more mana to be able to get it going. So, and it's a 7/7. So these are our high-end beefcakes right there, is Hullbreaker and these 2-man lands. We've got this one bounces. This one creates a couple of spirits. Field Ruin will take out any non-basic land, like man lands, some duels, and some regular lands in the mix too. So that is the deck. Now let's go see how it does. All right, we're playing against Solomonster. Or is it Solomonster? All right, 2 mana, 3 mana. All right, I'm keeping it. I'm going to start to ramp up and use my slow lands a little bit to get in the way. This guy's kind of lame, except for when he lands. He's got that huge wingspan. All right, 2 enters tapped, and give the guy a swirl. There we go. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to do that. There's a Hullbreaker. Let's go for Expressive Iteration. No land. Oh, there's a land in there. I wonder if I can play it that way. Let's find out. So what do I want to keep? Let's keep this. We'll return that. And we'll get this one out so that we can chuck it down as a land. Make a wish. Voice of the Blessed, that guy needs to die. Two of them. Can I kill them? I got no dragons in my hand. Alright, well, so the thing I absolutely have to do is kill this guy. No problem, right there. The other guy is going to get out of control. So let's, what am I going to do? Live through it. I got to get that thing primed and ready. Got to cock my gun to shoot those spells out of the air, and hopefully this next turn won't be so bad. See, the great thing is Hullbreaker Horror will be able to bounce that guy back like crazy. I've only got 4 land, 5 on my next turn. I still got to pick up 2 more before I can possibly start bouncing anything back. Yeah, that guy is out of control. And just tapped. Alright, so I've only got the ability to shoot 1. We are done. Alright, gotta start being crazy here. He's got plenty of land. Alright, so just gonna kill it that way. Take a little agency here, pass. That's not going to do it. That is not going to do it. What do I got here? Yeah, I'm 6 mana. Not cool. Well, let's just see if we can find anything awesome. Like a balanced land would be really cool. Let's grab that. Did I put it out there? So I was thinking about waiting until his turn, but I swear my Kamigawa lands wouldn't let me do things as an instant. So I don't know if those are supposed to be like sorceries, which is probably the case. At least I have the ability to put out the Hullbreaker on the next turn. Alright, Hullbreaker. Wait, why can't I play him? There we go. Really, I only had 6 that last time? That's crazy. Unfortunately, I can't counter anything, because I had to use everything to get the Hullbreaker out. So next turn, he could always just do something. Okay, this is great. Doing doing. No attacks. That's not instant or sorcery, apparently. Bounce! All right, so bounce. Got plenty of mana left. Let's go in for a big boy attack. Leave that spirit in the back there to guard our left flank. All right, let's see. That four more attacks, and then he's dead. What did you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to cast everything. Might as well. Cancel. We'll do it as 5. Auto pay. Memory Deluge. Suck it, suckerfish! Alright, see, this is going to do a lot for me if I could just... Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Choose 2. Oh, that sounds great. I'll take that one then, too. Alright, next. Alright, we got him down to 20. That's not an artifact, so it's not going to do me any good. I can shoot my guy. Okay, now it's got a Wait for him to try to do something. Dead! What is this, sorcery? Alright, so let us do some cool stuff. Choose 2, huh? That is a whole lot of crap there. Deluge ain't bad. All in. Okay, so I do not have the ability to do anything at this particular turn. So if he puts out creatures, I could probably burn down the house and just burn them out. That's my hope here. Let's go look for some cards. There we go. That's what Hullbreaker does. That dude's a deck unto himself. Now we're playing against Kuniform. It's a type of lettering, I believe. Alright, so we've got 3 mana. I'll keep it. Keeps it. Ooh, game 1 life. That seems a lot like the last deck we just played. That guy needs to die. So racing through an Orzhov life gain deck. Gosh dang it. Gotta play that control. Gotta keep the white guys down. Okay, so at this point, I've got to play the Expressive Iteration. What am I looking at here? Fading Hope is what I want. This guy goes to the background. We'll take this now. And I can put out... I'll put this out because I can't use it for its ability. And enter tapped. And I think we're okay. We'll let it go. I can bounce that thing at any time. What do we got here? 4? Okay, I can just kill it that way. So pass to attackers. I'll take it. We'll bounce him back to his hand. We'll Disdainful Stroke him. We'll throw that out. I need, what, 2 for the Disdainful Stroke. So I'm just going to... Do I care about that guy at all? Let's just hold off. We're cool. He's got enough to get it out. I can just pop it for. He's got to pay. I got to pay me 1, 2, 3. There we go. And that's it for me. He doesn't have the mana to pay that other dude, so I can still hold on to the Disdainful Stroke for him. Alright, counterspell. And we'll put this out as a land so we can get towards that Hullbreaker. Got 6 at the moment, so we're done. Pretty soon I'm going to run out of control. I don't think he's going to run out of jerks. Alright, so if I play 4, I still have 2 mana left over. And we'll be fine. What am I going to keep? Oh, if I put out one of those, I'll take it, yep. Alright, that's our bag, baby. Let's stick with blue. All right, so what I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll play the 5-er, which will leave me plenty for some counter spells. Do I care? He'll be able to put his other guy out, and I really hate him a lot more. Then I love the Goldspan, so yeah, that's fine. God, that still gives me the 2 I need. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh yeah, I got plenty of mana now. Let's see. That was weird. I thought I'd be able to jump in and during his attack phase, but all right. 2 damage could kill. And I don't really need a treasure token, so let's... Let's be done. We're fine. Let's get ourselves a treasure token, and let's Prismari Command away this jerk. And there we go. Victory! And we're playing against Samantha Man. No, Sam the Man 20. We've got 3 lands, no reds, unfortunately. I think we can make it work. Let's see what we can do. Go to pop Field of Ruin potentially. They just have to put out a non-basic land for us to target, and then we can go get a red. I'm gonna touch your guy. I touched him. What's that? No means no? Okay. I understand, buddy. I'll keep my hands off. Feed my fish some food. Oh, great. Oh, let's see. Negate is for non-creatures. He's gonna have nothing but creatures. Well, I guess you got enchantments they're gonna try to put out. All right, let's see if we can punk it. Oh, there's a red. Too late now, though. So I'm thinking he's gonna try to put out some enchantments, and that sucks. I can't bust that one, so we'll have to let it happen. I mean, I could kill it. I lose my only red in the mix, though. Oh, well, I can't kill it without having another red to do it anyway. So we're just going to go for it this way. 3. Let's just prepare. I can just play it on... No, I can't. Can I? Where to go? Oh, that's not a counterspell. It's Behold. Oh well, we'll let them play. I see a non-basic land that I could kill. Well, I'm having to do a lot to get past this particular point of the game. Will I be able to have 2 mana? I will. Alright, I'm going to take at least 5 on the next turn. Hopefully they try to cast non-creature spell. There it is. Unfortunately, they get all their stuff. So I'd ask for a burn the house or whatever, but the problem is that I don't have the mana for it. This isn't going to get me. This isn't going to give me nothing that we need. Nope. All right, there's our future, and it's been drawn. I have to get rid of 2 cards. 1, 2. Just 1. Okay, there we go. And I'm dead. I'll do them the honor of letting them kill me. Please don't play this crap. Just come at me, bro. I don't need to sit here and watch the ticker tape count up. There we go. The sweet, sweet release of death. Defeat. Alright, so here is Izzet Control with the special appearance of Hullbreaker Horror. And it was a great deck. You know, I used to have pre-rotation, and is a deck I loved, and it had some counter spells in it. I could live with it. It had counters and bounces, and the red. It had Goldspan Dragon in it, as a matter of fact. But it also had, like, I don't know, some fairy, the thieving fairy, I think it was called. I forget. But anyways, this deck kind of reminds me of it because it has all of that function. It's like, now that we're getting to the end of our particular season of Kamigawa, we've kind of settled down on our cards. We know what kind of works together, and this deck is definitely got that going on as far as like counters and card draws and direct red damage. And what else? And the blending of them too in that Prismari Command. And at the high end, you got the Hullbreaker, you got the Goldspan Dragon, Burn Down the House, Hall of the Storm Giants. So it's like the distillation of weeks of card making of Izzet technology going into what we got right here. So, at this point, there's no surprises for anybody. Hullbreaker Horror is a wonderful card if you're playing it. And if you're going up against it, not so much. Burn Down the House, this is a Dr. Suckett favorite. So I'm glad to see it. Its art speaks to me. Look at that. I love the way that guy's howling right there in the front. Good for him. Goldspan Dragon, he's way overused at this point, but he really keeps this deck humming up to the 7 level that you need for those high-end beefy guys to come out of the ocean and teach your opponent what's what. The rest of these cards, fantastic. What's nice about these low-end ones, you got a lot of them that are 1 and 2s, so that way you can play them while Hullbreaker Horror's out and be able to start bouncing their stuff back. So yeah, this is it's an A-level deck. I mean, we were doing some intense stuff against those white weenies who were trying to do life gain and just smoking them. Naya Runes came out. What can you do against that? Nothing. I mean, we would have had to be on the gun, killing early, and we just didn't have it. The cards weren't with us in that particular moment. So anyways, this is a great deck. I would highly recommend it, and if you play it, I'm sure you will have as good a time as I just did. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.